Welcome to the I'm Possible podcast, episode 26, with me, Anna Esen. Today I'm jumping immediately into the topic. This topic has been activated by an observation that I have been done a lot on the social media, and it is something that I trust if you allow to really understand it and sink deeper into this will help you navigate every interaction day to day with way more joy and way more curiosity. Let we talk about different opinions, the expression of different opinions, and our reactions to it. That is especially very important. So I'm pretty sure that if you are living and interacting with the outside world, you are encountering daily different kind of opinions on social media, on platforms like YouTube or Rumbles, on the TV, and in everything that we observe, there are things that resonates with us and there are things that triggers us, that activates something in us, right? And I have the feeling that our level of tolerance lately has been lower because of this kind of distance that we feel, or detachment that we feel in the interaction between us and the person expressing one opinion, or the group expressing one opinion, or a movie or content piece expressing one opinion, because it's happening in the digital world, and that kind of gives us the possibility to detach from the real person. I think when this interaction completely was happening just in real life, I mean face to face, there was still a different level of more respect of the way approaching this. But now, because these platforms are giving the feeling of you can stay even anonym and hide behind a profile that nobody sees a picture or whatsoever, so you can express everything. Yeah, you can literally take your full range of emotion that has been triggered and completely vomit it up, right? Without any filter, without any, reflection, especially. I trust that we will see even more differences. We will start seeing even more individual opinions, right? There will be kind of the groups, but I think we are even going in direction where individuals are starting to express more individual viewpoints. So now you can imagine that the more individual viewpoints are created, we are around 8 billion people on Earth, the more opportunities will arise of things that will resonate with you, but also things that don't resonate with you, that will triggers you. And I wanted to give you a perspective, a viewpoint that when you understand this deeply within you, you will actually welcome all these different perceptions, perspective, viewpoints, how, and especially see how they serve you on your own very individual path of growth and expansion. When you encounter something, like we say, you go on social media and you read a comment or you read a post, and you see something that somebody is expressing or doing that is not aligned with your values, the easiest ways to react is to really just drop a comment and to, you know, play it back to the person, to say, hey, how can you say this, or how can you have this viewpoint? Don't you see that there is this and this viewpoint? Or don't you see that when you're doing this, you're supporting this and this and this? And like, you're completely projecting it towards the source that is currently giving you a viewpoint, a perception that is not aligned with you. The same happens with a positive. If you see somebody like saying something or showing something that completely resonates, you just go and support it, right? You feel kind of confirmed in your life viewpoints, in that what you want to experience in your life. Okay? But what if, whether the positive, like something that gives you a positive confirmation of what you believe, and that what triggers you negatively, activates you negatively, where it makes you kind of like react negatively, what if we learn to see both parts as completely neutral? And the moment we see this and experience this, to stop, pause, and remember the following: the emotions that you are getting from this content piece, from this person, from this interaction, has nothing to do with the person, but it has everything to do with you. So that means this person, this content piece, this group or this viewpoint is mirroring something within you that you either like a lot or you don't like. And when you see this as a mirror, you don't go to the mirror if you want to change something or to even underline something, right? Imagine you see yourself in the mirror and you see that, for example, your outfit is not sitting very good, and or there is like some dirt on your clothes. You don't go and try to clean the spot or to adjust the outfit in the mirror. You look back and you adjust it within yourself, so this mirror cannot show it anymore back to you. So again, if we understand that every interaction, every content, everything we encounter is mirroring something back to us in any given moment, and it giving us in any given moment the opportunity to actually get more aligned with who do we want to embody? What are the values we want to express? What are the things we stay for? What are the things we would like to put our energy towards? And what are the things we don't want to experience anymore in our life? What are the things that we'd like to let go, right? If we imagine that when going through your life, you're like entering in this mirror rooms, with the different kind of mirrors. The one is like showing you that you're short, the other one that you're thick, the third one that you're very narrow, the fifth one perfect, the second one blurred. You're in the mirror room, and you know that the mirrors are showing you something back to you. Okay, so there is here two very valuable point. The one is the mirror can be distorted, like, if the mirror shows you to be a thick or thin, but that's not really you. So that means in this situation, you can understand that if somebody triggers you or tells you something and they try to project you something back to you, you understand that is their distorted mirror that is projecting it back to you, and you know that that's not you. You know that you're not, I don't know, 1 meter when you're actually 1 meter 65, for example, right, as a woman, because you know that their mirror is just distorted in this moment. But when you see that also see that these mirrors are as clear as possible, as crystal clear and perfectly kind of align. I don't mean align in themselves, but I mean align with what are they mirroring back to you, not the projection, but mirroring back to you. Then you have the possibility to see yourself from different angles and to see what are you willing to amplify in your life and what are you willing to let go of your life, what you're not willing to experience. I give you an example. Today I just opened social media and I encountered two interaction. The one was an amazing mom and lady cooking some food for her children, and she get a comment that she posted in her social media from somebody, from a woman, who said, oh, that what you're cooking is actually increasing the inflammatory. So she was cooking pasta with different vegetables and tomato sauce. Okay, so of course pasta, based on the different diets and nutritionists, is not the best choice. But let me be honest, when you have children, the one of the best food they love to eat is pasta. And you cannot be always perfect as a mom. um, Even if you're nutrition, sometimes the children have a stronger willpower or whatsoever the reason is for doing it, right? But there was this one woman who had the need to write back to the lady that what she's cooking is increasing the inflammatory values, in the body, and it's unhealthy, and there is zero nutrition inside. And I'm like thinking, mind your own business, okay? You see it, it is nothing that you're gonna consume or you're gonna eat. So that means this lady is showing you what you are willing to put in your body and what not. So you make for yourself a conscious decision. If you're a mom, you make for yourself a conscious decision. Oh, that's nothing that I want to cook for my children, even if I have less time, even of whatever circumstances it. I don't need to go and bully somebody for what they are cooking for their children because you're not walking in their shoes. But if you see that this lady was just mirroring back to you, so you can get even more clear of what you are willing as a mom to cook for your children and not willing, perfect. Then you learn the lessons, you saw the reflection, you adjust your patterns, and it's good. This person was the perfect mirror for you. Don't go and don't try to fix the mirror for something that the mirrors mirror back to you. The second situation was an amazing, beautiful lady, spiritual teacher, and she has been going through a challenging situation in her relationship with her husband, hopefully soon ex-husband, and she was sharing the last few days her understanding about feminine and masculine energy, and not only how she see a man, what kind of man she's willing to allow to enter her space with what kind of masculine energy, but also what does it mean, this masculine energy within herself, because all of us, we have the feminine attributes and the masculine, right? And what does it mean to have like the healed masculine, the healed feminine? And because in the first part of the post, um, it was kind of more structured, more less emotional, more of like a clear communication of attributes, of way how this different masculine attributes are interacting with the feminine and so on. And because you see the double dash, right? That's like something that AI, especially when you use AI, it's creating this double dash, what shows people that you use AI very often. It was in the first part of the message, and in the second not so much. But the second was actually that what she put as a container and explanation was a like a intimate, a personal reflection, what it means for herself, inside herself, to create this masculine attributes within herself, right? um, Whether she used AI or not, I don't want to go and have this discussion, but there was a lady who had the need to post a comment and to say, hey, I've been following you for the last 5 years, and that what how the first part of your post sound, I feel so sad that you're using AI to create it because it's not your tone, and I'm hearing that in the second part the tone is different whatsoever. And the lady who created this post actually wrote down, I didn't use AI, that's my words that I just put together. I also use AI, but very often I write everything and I just say AI, hey, can you please clean the grammatical mistakes? Because sometimes when you type, right, you have a typo in the fast, or you hear I'm not a native, so sometimes maybe I misspell some of the words. So and then I have a clear instruction where I say, hey, please check for the grammar, but don't change any words, any structure, anything at all, right? So it doesn't mean that the content is not from me. It doesn't mean that the thought is not from me, right? It's just like this, the same way as you're using any other program to check the grammar and the mistakes, right, in the words or grammarly or whatsoever. It doesn't mean that it's written by AI. So, but what I wanted to say with this is why this lady in the comments had the need to reflect back. If, for example, even if we assume it has been written with AI or not, so maybe the lady created the post, just mirror back to her a way of communication that is maybe triggering the other lady, right? But B, also that she's maybe using AI, and let we assume that's the case. I think it's not, but let we assume, even if this is the case, so the other lady is like, oh, I don't want, somebody that I follow and that I see as a spiritual, a person to follow for spirituality that use technology, right? It's kind of like lower the my viewpoint on the person. That's the mirror. The lady who created this post was a mirror for the other one. Take it and see, are you doing this? If you're not doing it, perfect. She makes you be clear of what you're not willing to use. And if you're doing it, then why do you go out there and kind of like bully somebody else? And also, third one, to say that you are following somebody for 5 years and their message change in the way how it sounds. Hello, it will be sad if the message doesn't change over the years, because that means that no growth, no reflection, no expansion hasn't been happened. That means that all the mirrors we have encountered throughout our lives and all the communication with people brought no value to our own expression and way of communicating. It will be really sad if we don't develop our message. It will be really sad if we don't develop the way how we communicate. And you see that is kind of like energy coming here, because I know how I shifted the way of the words I'm using and the expression, because I started allowing different concept to enter my sphere um, of knowledge or perception, and I allow to be so open that I can explore different concepts and different viewpoints and different perceptions, and then to see what kind of vibration and what kind of words and what kind of like um, structure and techniques resonates with me, and those who resonate to really start integrating it into my message, into my communication, in the way how I see myself, how I express myself, how I interact with others. And it's not that I don't get triggered on a daily basis. Hell yes, it's happening. But the first thing I do is I stop, I pause, and I don't try to fix the mirror. And I first reflect and I check, okay, was it was the mirror distorted or was the mirror clear? Okay, that's the first check. So were I in this like mirror um, entertainment space where there was a lot of distorted mirrors with people having their own challenges, so that's why the mirror was blurred or was kind of like curved or curved inside, outside, whatever. So it was their topics that they were trying to project back to me, but this mostly happens in the one-on-one interaction, in a live interaction, not with social media. With social media, it's never about you, right? um, If something triggers me, it's like the projection is something within myself. And then see, okay, how clear was the mirror, and what did the mirror show me, and why did why I had been triggered by this mirror. What part of my outfit, of my body posture, of whatever way how I interact or think or believe, I have to adjust within myself so the mirror cannot mirror it back anymore. Or even if I encounter it, it doesn't triggers me anymore because I have adjusted it within me. So imagine the ladies, you have like your lipstick and you have a red lipstick, like the classical. And then a part of this red lipsticks maybe goes on the teeth. Especially I have my vampire teeth. I have two vampire teeth and I love them. A lot of people try to convince me to make a correction. I'm like, no, that's my charm. I love my vampire teeth. But of course, what happened is the moment I put like a red lipsticks till it's dry, it can happen that a red lipsticks, comes on the teeth. So that's why I know it and I check it. But it can happen that you forgot it and you have it, and then you meet someone who tells you, hey, you have a red lipstick on your teeth, and you clean it, and it's everything fine. So you adjust it. And next time I know I'm not wearing any lipsticks, right? I have fixed this topic. And now somebody comes and tells me, hey, you have a red lipsticks on your teeth, on your tooth, on hey, you have a hey, you have a red lipstick on your teeth. I know I don't have because I'm not wearing any lipstick. So in this moment, this cannot triggers me anymore. This cannot mirrors me back anything because I know in this moment has nothing to do with me. So please give yourself the best gift you can give yourself. And that is to see everyone as a precious gift that comes in your life to show you more and more of who you are, by showing you more and more from who you don't want to be anymore. What are the qualities you're not willing to hold within yourself anymore, that are you willing to transmute, transform, integrate with compassion and love, right? And that shows you more and more of what you want to embody. Don't get reactive. Don't get overreactive, especially. And trying to fix the mirror or even break the mirror. Very often, all this interaction in social media is like actually the person sees what the mirror is reflecting back, and they take like the hammer and try to destroy the mirror. It brings nothing. By destroying the mirror, cannot fix what the mirror back to you. So stop doing this. And also be aware now with AI, what will happen is that AI will start creating a very individualized content. The more individualized content we're getting, the more individualized thinking will be also supported. And because currently we learn to neglect and to fight everything that is not similar to us, that is having a different viewpoint, a different thinking, a different way of how they see the world should look like or can look like. We learn to fight it in some shape or form, was designed to be this way. But we can turn the game around, and instead of fighting it, we can start celebrating the differences. We can start experiencing these differences as an amazing gift, that the more different people come together, the more different perspective and viewpoints are putting together, the more easier will be to create a 360 viewpoint on how a new way of reality, a new way of earth, a new way of interaction, a new way of society, a new way of, how I love to say it, conscious economy can be created. But in this to be able to be created, we have to start acknowledging and being joyful for the differences in each of us. And the only way is by actually fully allowing yourself to see how unique you are. Because it's difficult to accept the uniqueness of somebody else if you don't allow yourself to see how unique you are. Because the moment you understand you are unique, there is no other person like you with the same belief system, with the same experience, with the same expertise, with the same talents, or whatsoever. The moment you start really celebrating your uniqueness, you will start celebrating the uniqueness of all others, and you won't have the need to convince others in your viewpoint. Thank you for being till the end here and allowing yourself to see the beauty in the difference, in the uniqueness. I see you. I love you. Anna.